Hey, good morning. It's Tuesday, January 28th, 2025, and we're almost at the near end of January. I don't know why January seems to be a long month because it's 31 days in January, and I think it's like 31 days in July, and so on, so on. But it's a long, cold winter month. But I do have some news to share. As promised, I went in for my lab on a Monday and real quick, 15 minutes, drawing blood from my port right here and just to test to see how I'm doing on the research drug. And please, I'm going to put this out there. Forgive me blowing my nose. This is one of the side effects of my chemo a couple years ago. I lost all my hair, including my nose hairs, and they just never grew back. So my nose is a constant run, and it's literally water at this point. It's not, I don't have a cold, I'm okay. It's just water. So it comes with the territory. So please forgive me if you see this. If you have a remedy that I can use, I've been using Vaseline. Let me know. I need something. But anyway, I did go for my lab, and my blood work came out fine, as normal. Some abnormal issues in there to be expected, but no cancer in the blood, so that is confirmed. They did test that, and I just had to stay more hydrated. She noticed that I was a slight bit dehydrated, and I'm never dehydrated when I see my doctor. So one thing about going through targeted therapy with chemo and radiation, you have to stay hydrated. That's the most important thing that you can do, and that's the most important thing I can do. So I bought some Body Armor zero sugar packets to add to my waters because I don't want to buy Gatorade and things like that. It's just another bottle to be stored in the kitchen. I may not drink it all, it may go to waste, but I know I'll drink all my water. So I just use those packets, and they have electrolytes, and it helps with the sugar because with chemo and the target therapy that I'm on, my sugars can spike and I could become diabetic. And I'm already high on my sugars, so I don't need any sugars, anything else, another pill to monitor and medicate something else in my body. So I'm doing everything I can to monitor the sugar. So I am drinking my soursop tea out of my strong mug. This was as a gift from a friend of mine a couple years ago. And I wish I could remember because memory goes away too. Like I said, chemo brain does set in. But drinking my soursop teas, drinking my waters, and my body armor packs that I take with me when I'm on the go. So to make sure I'm always hydrated every time I leave the house. It's an exercise to constantly trying to pick up the water and remember to drink and things like that. It's a habit that I have to adopt. So when I was working, I always had a bottle of water on my desk, and I would sip to keep from getting tired or bored. Or they always say sip water to wake you up. But now I'm at home. Whew, it's a the struggle is real. So I'm going to keep trying. So yes, so I don't have to see my doctor until February, mid-February. It's my next infusion. And then I believe a couple weeks after that, I will have a CT scan to see how I'm doing, to see if the cancer is where it's staying put. Did it spread? Where do we have to modify the treatment? So the CT scan can only tell when that happens. So it is accountability on me to stay on top of my meds, making sure I'm eating right, making sure, okay, a big black bird just flew by my, see, I don't like that. I don't play those games. Okay. So so making sure I'm eating right, making sure I'm exercising, that I'm constantly moving, that I'm not, if I'm feeling fatigue, it's okay to recover and rest, but constant movement. So I love good news. I love good news. So and spring is just around the corner almost, so I just want to get outside and and just embrace all the things. So that is the follow up of my treatment. My day to day, slightly modified. What I mean by that is I'm just slowing down a bit. I'm resting when I need to rest. I'm active as much as I can be to stay active because I feel better when I'm active. Because I'm not working and I'm not constantly on the grind, my mind tends to wander a little bit. So I'm trying my best not to go down the Google rabbit holes and be all things cancer and live all things cancer. I don't want cancer to define me, but it's very important to understand what it's doing to my body, and it's very important to understand the state of my disease and how I can live and modify my best life. So I am going to some programs. I have one I'm going to on Saturday, the San Antonio Breast Cancer Conference, and to learn more about cancer in the blood and to also engage with other like-minded people who are in my situation, breast cancer survivors and thrivers, and just read the room and just learn more about their lifestyles and share ideas and exchange information. So that is cool. I was in a career in breast cancer prior to returning to radio. So I always attended breast cancer conferences for like 5 years, like in Vegas, Orlando, Florida. I went to New Orleans, and I was a medical device salesperson, so I had to share our tools with breast surgeons, how to understand where the margins are and make sure all the breast cancer margins are clear with our medical device and our radiographic clips. So it's ironic that I'm in this situation on the other end, but I know enough information to be a little dangerous, but not enough to tell them what to do. So I know my space and where it's at. I am paying attention to what's going on in the political landscape. I mean, God, okay. I'm not going there, but I'm paying more attention to like research, money, grants, what's happening, what affects the bigger scope when it comes to my health. So I'm being selfish that way. So I'm making sure not to invest in negative energy because it's mind over matter, and that does affect how your health is being treated. So I'm just trying to stay away from all the negative stuff, but definitely paying close attention to what's going on because cancer doesn't pick political sides. I'm just letting y'all know right now. Cancer doesn't care if you're Democrat, Republican, Tea Party, whatever you are. It's just going to attack your healthy living cells and do whatever it can to mutate and invade your body. So if you don't see me posting on Facebook about certain things or agree, I just don't have time for it. I just have time for me to get better. But I'll make sure to invest and patronize everything that patronizes me. Black-owned businesses, small businesses, things that bring us energy and economy income. So that's my rant. That's where I'm at. So enough of that. I will know more in a couple of weeks, so you probably won't hear from me till mid-February. So I'll take a time out. If I experience some side effects, some things like that, I would definitely post. Just for those who are going through it, I want to know like how do you adjust to those side effects. I will let you know. But the best thing you can do is just to give yourself grace and rest and just pay attention to your surroundings and be around positive people. Keep your blood pressure low and leveled. Keep your sugar levels leveled. That is very important. And eat food that has a lot of color. Your squashes, your peppers, your fruits like grapes, pineapples. No grapefruit because that affects your medication. That's just all medications. Yeah, it's okay to eat starches as well, but in modification. So now that's where my head is. That's where I'm going to focus. And I lost 5 pounds. So, and I lost it with trying because the doctor always asks, have you lost weight without trying? And I always say, I'm always trying. So let's just take that off the checklist. If I'm losing weight, it's because I want to. Now, if I lost 10 pounds in the last 2 weeks, then we could talk about it. But the girl is happy that she lost at least 5 because I got a ways to go. So That's my 10 minutes. Love you. Make the best day and stay tuned.